Après 4 ans d'absence, l'AfroBasket fait son grand retour pour couronner un nouveau roi de la balle orange. Représenter ses couleurs, faire honneur à son pays, le porter sur le toit du basket continental. À Kigali, la bataille sera sans merci. L'AfroBasket 2021 est à vivre jusqu'au 5 septembre en direct sur les chaînes Canal+ Sport. Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to life, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Ryanair today. Ryanair, the safest airline.
It's on in a minute. Yeah. It's all back on and off. Okay, they're playing too.
Sure. Well, hello everybody and welcome to Kigali, Rwanda. This is the FIBA AfroBasket 2021 and the opening game between the defending champions, Tunisia, up against the surprise package, Guinea. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined here by Graham Hiscock, and we're going to be bringing you all of the action this week here in Rwanda. Exciting times as international basketball returns to the court. Here we see Group B, game day 1, confirming that this is Tunisia taking on Guinea. So overall on game day 1, this will be followed by Central African Republic against Egypt. And then after the opening ceremony here in Kigali, Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo, and then wrapping things up, Angola and Cape Verde. So Graham, it's been a long road to this point, but here we are, and perhaps opening day jitters from either Tunisia or Guinea. I guess Tunisia have been in this spot a lot more times than Guinea and Coach Jelko Zečević, but you know what? They are exciting to be here. If you look at the world rankings, Tunisia come in at number 30, Egypt in this group number 62, Central African Republic 76, and Guinea at 118, and that just shows how this is a David and Goliath matchup.
Yeah, it really is. It's a good game to get things started. Two teams at either end of the spectrum in relation to AfroBasket appearances and success. I mean, Tunisia are the reigning champions. They've had 2 thirds and 2 firsts in the last 10 years or so. Guinea made it to AfroBasket 2017, and they lost all 3 games, but their best result was a 5-point loss to Tunisia. So, and a lot of that team on both sides are here today. So I think it's going to be a really interesting matchup. And speaking to both coaches before the game, you know, what top gentlemen they are, and so passionate about the 2 teams that they're going to put on the court today.
Well, the players are going to be introduced here, and of course a lot of familiar faces for the referees, but also for these teams. And Tunisia is certainly the better known of all the players here on the court today. And you know what? You know, this is a team that's coached by Dirk Bowerman, who has for the longest time coached Germany and their national team and led them to great things. And of course he had a chance to coach Poland, he coached Iran, and here he is now on the African continent. And he was just talking about how exciting it is to be a part of this. And for Guinea, you know what? They are trying to put their national team program on the map to get people excited about basketball back home.
Yes, Coach Zečević said there's 11 million people in Guinea, and they haven't got the facilities at the level he would like. That's something he wants to do. He's in charge of all the national teams, junior and senior. He's really trying to do something special, start a revolution in basketball in Guinea. And I think this is a team and a country to watch out for in the next few years. And maybe if they can get a win here, that will really start things off for them.
Absolutely. Try to build some momentum here at this AfroBasket 2021. Of course, it's been a very difficult, year and a half because of COVID-19. And fans haven't been allowed into the arenas for COVID protocols. But in this case, fans are able to buy tickets, as well as part of that process of getting the ticket, they also are able to get their vaccine.
Yeah, that's a great idea, great project there.
And as well as a PCR test, which will then allow them entrance into the arena. So we're expecting to see a lot of fans here, including one of the biggest basketball fans in these parts, the Rwanda president, Paul Kagame, who we understand is going to be at quite a few of the games.
Yeah, I think it's...
So we are going to have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems for Guinea and Tunisia.
with national anthem of Tunisia.
Okay, the national anthems have been played for Tunisia and for Guinea, and always a proud moment for these players to step out onto the court wearing their national team jerseys. And it's also a very proud moment for the referees who get to come out and represent their countries. And these three gentlemen have the honor of doing that today. And no doubt expecting big things from Cherubin Leslie from Mauritius, Mbaise from Senegal, and Tonton Banza Kalume from the Democratic Republic of Congo. So Graham, yeah, just a lot of expectations for both of these teams coming out from, especially for Tunisia, as the referees get over there and try to make sure everything is sorted out beforehand. But, you know, Tunisia has been one of the teams of the decade. You go back to 2009, getting to the podium. Of course, that got them to the FIBA Basketball World Cup in Turkey. 2011, they won it. Then they played at the Olympics in 2012. I mean, this is huge under former coach Adel Talatli, who no doubt deserves an incredible amount of credit. 2013, they dipped. They didn't finish in the top 8. They were upset, and then, but then the good times returned. They hosted the FIBA AfroBasket in 2015. They finished third, which is crucially important for Michael Roll and Tunisia to make it to the podium. And then, of course, they won in 2017. So they come into this looking to defend the title, but we expect a very even AfroBasket from those elite, what we would call the elite teams in Africa.
Yeah, Tunisia are going to be one of the key teams for sure. Egypt are looking strong. They were the highest scorers in the qualifiers, the only team to score over 90 points a game. Senegal, we're excited about watching them coming up tomorrow. Nigeria again putting another roster together. I think just one player from that Olympic qualifying tournament. So we're going to have to see how they can gel quickly in these group stages. But you know, for Guinea, they are on a journey, and Coach Sešović is excited to put these guys on the floor. He's going to have to manage expectations, I think, in this game. Try not to get things out of hand. Try and, you know, first 5 minutes, really stay in the game. They've got Cedric Mansari, Keita, Daoud Vizdan Konde and Chiksaku Konde. They're going to be key players along with Mohamed Keita. They've got to really be strong, stand up to this Tunisian onslaught that's going to, I guess Coach Bauman's going to say, look, let's go for the jugular early and let's get a big lead in this first 5-6 minutes.
Well, you have to remember Guinea won just one of their games. It was their last game. It was a testy affair against Equatorial Guinea. They went into that needing not just to win it, but to win it by 8 points. And of course they did. There was a lot of frenetic activity at the end of that game that perhaps we can get into at some point. But right now, all of our focus is on them going up against the Tunisia team, on the other hand, that won all 6 of their games in the AfroBasket qualifiers. Well, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. It's late morning here in Kigali, the Kigali Arena, FIBA AfroBasket 2021. All the hard work of getting here. Now we're finally realizing the final round and then starting things off with the defending champions, two-time champions, Tunisia. And, well, they hope upset specialists Guinea, and already a foul sends Makram Ben Ramdam, one of the all-time greats of Tunisian basketball, to the free throw line.
Yeah, he was leader in efficiency in the qualifiers, and you know, 10 points a game. The leading scorer on the Tunisian team was only 10 points a game, so they really share the scoring. There's no one dominant scorer on this group, and Ben Ramdam, yeah, one of the leading players, and he gets Tunisia off and running.
Yeah, two times he's reached the top of the podium. Of course, he's also finished third a couple of times. He's played at the Olympics, he's played at World Cups, played at the Olympic qualifying tournament earlier this summer in Croatia, where they certainly played hard and gave Croatia a run for their money. Germany ultimately winning that spot to the Olympics there. And Tunisia playing good defense here at the beginning. Omar Abada, the exciting guard, has the basketball. Puts it on the deck, gets inside, passes it back outside to Salah Mejri. Probably the most famous of all Tunisian basketball players. And Salah Mejri gets in and gets his first 2 points.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Squared up initially and then just got to his spot in the post. Beautiful touch on the running jumper.
Oh, another turnover, and Michael Roll, the naturalized Tunisian, gets inside, hands it off to Makram Ben Ramdam, that he's blocked, going for the layup. Guinea quickly to the other end.
Mohamed Keita there.
Well, unfortunate turnover for C, and Salah Mejri then dribbles it off of his foot. It goes out of bounds.
And Mejri trying a bit of all court there, trying to lead the break, just dribbling off his foot.
Here's Mejri when he went to work and scored with his first 2 points. And this is, what do they say? The coaches say, get the ball to the guard. And that's why, although I'm sure Salah has had many a fast breaks. Here's another steal from Michael Roll. Picks it up, bounce pass, Chanufi, and then he has it taken away by Mansare. Now quickly, up ahead. C passes it, gets it back. Puts it on the deck, a little bit of a size advantage maybe on Obata, but Makram Ben Ramdam steps over and stops his progress. And now the bounce pass, and the first 2 points scored by Mohamed Keita.
That's good play by Guinea, good assist, and Keita, who'd already had the block at one end, gets the scoring underway.
And Michael Roll fouled as he gets into the lane, so he will get a chance. You know, Guinea really, again, looking at this as a very important preparation game. To go up against the Central African Republic. They probably believe that's their best chance of getting a win there and moving on. Here's Michael Roll, has the reputation as the big shooter, but misses. Michael Roll's connection, former connection with Salah Mejri when they played at Antwerp, ended up leading to his place in this team. And nice shot as well by the big fella who's been getting it done, Keita.
Yeah, Keita looks really sharp. Led the rebounds for Guinea in the qualifiers, and now he's getting their points here against Tunisia.
Obata absorbs the contact, and Keita flies in. Boy, he is raising eyebrows. Now, good D from Ben Ramdam. Mejri gets it back to him, then he drives in, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. And that man right there, Keita, is going to be a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. Here he is. And perhaps the only thing he did wrong there was lower his hand, because they cannot afford to lose him to foul trouble.
No, the way he started the game, he's going to be one of their key players at both ends of the floor. As you say, Jeff, just dropped his hand. And committed the foul. He's have to come out. But this is good signs for Guinea. You know, they're tied at 4. Okay, Keita's having to come out, but I think they need to move the ball quickly on offense. A couple of times they've tried to force it, post up, and then the double teams come across.
So Ben Ramdam misses the second follows it up. And quickly the pass up to Mansare. Keita dumps it down low, and C is fouled. So a reach, a bump, and they're gonna inbound the basketball here, Guinea.
Yeah, it was a good look underneath. Just move it out the basketball, get it underneath, and put pressure on the interior defense of Tunisia.
So Guinea again. Ben Rondon has had some struggles with his free throw shooting over the years, and those two misses gave Guinea a chance to take the lead, but now they put up an air ball, and Obata has it as he crosses midcourt. And the three-pointer. Well, you know, Obata is terrific when he gets in the open floor.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. Leading scorer in the qualifiers at 10.5 points a game.
Wow. So no foul called as Diaby plows over Salah Mejri, who looks over at the referee as if to say, wasn't there something going on there?
Yeah, I think he had good position. He was standing still. He didn't seem to move laterally. As we see that three-pointer from Omar Badr, and he's going to be key. They've got so many different weapons, so many different ways of scoring, and Guinea are going to have to work that out really quick.
So the dump and the follow, almost there from Keita. That was the miss by Cheikh Condé. And here's Obata again, having just given Tunisia the 7-4 lead. Basketball, though, goes off the hands of Tunisia and out of bounds. A little bit of a sloppy start, perhaps.
Yeah, Tunisia would want to have more of a lead here, but Guinea are just growing in confidence. I think they've just got to play tough D, get in the lanes, try and disrupt what Tunisia are trying to run.
And Mansare fouled. No, steps out of bounds. Zečević looking with amusement. He didn't agree with that call.
I think he just put Mansare's caught the ball and then he's just dragged his back foot towards the sideline. There's not much room over there between the three-point line and the sideline.
Obata, and he travels. Well, you know what? It's we talked. You mentioned it before the game. It was a 5-point win for Tunisia over Guinea when they met in the third game for both teams back at the last AfroBasket. You see Obata traveling, and so far Guinea not looking quite like the minnows that we expected.
Well, we've already seen Mohamed Keita and also Tijan Keita, good athlete as well, getting way above the hoop. They've just got to play in control, and that is out of control.
Yeah, a little bit out of control by Abdoulaye C, the charge. But what I like about him is Coach Zečević has them really, you know, the penetration, looking for the bounce pass. You know, they look pretty organized.
Yeah, put pressure on the interior defense of Tunisia. Make the Tunisian defense turn in on themselves. Don't make it easy for them, really. And then on the defensive end, try and maybe double team, disrupt, and don't let them get their feet set for their outside shots for sure.
Here's Mejri, gets down low and goes up, and boy, just takes the contact and goes so strong and scores despite Condé.
Yeah, that was a tough move. He looked as though he was going to fall out of bounds. And he just managed to come back on the pivot and finish the move.
There's a driving down low, Keita follows it up, and he gets rejected by Salah Mejri. And the pass up the roll. Big Salah Mejri gets his first big swat of the game. And of this AfroBasket, there'll be many more of those to come. Makram Ben Ramdam out to Obata. Will be his second. No, will not. Ben Ramdam there for the follow. And Mansare pushes it up the floor. And a little bit of contact. Here's the drive. The pass back outside. Diaby brings a little bit of rain with the three-pointer. Goodness gracious me. Guinea pulled to within 2 points.
That's really good play by Guinea. Extra pass and then another pass on top of that. They get the wide open shot.
boy, I don't know that Coach Bowerman's going to like that. No, he does not. Salah Mejri putting up the three. The veteran. And now spinning and moving is Keita. Oh, boy, he could have dunked it if he wanted to. And he missed the easy one.
Tijan Keita, he's come in with lots of energy, just like Mohamed Keita. So he's just keep an eye on him. He looks a really tough player.
Vada. And drives in there for the follow. Mejri. And just a little sloppy boxing out there by Guinea, giving away an easy one.
Yeah, they've got to box out. They've got to do the basics. They've got a couple of high flyers, but everybody else has got to box out first before they go for the rebound.
Good hands by Chinufi. Mejri, you know, you see the swat there from Mejri. And here it is again, another look. One of the big plays of this game from the best player, probably, arguably in history, Tunisian history, certainly the most famous because of his, time in the NBA with Dallas. The reach.
I mean, that was a big time block. Great timing.
Penetration and the kick by Diaby.
But Mejri's just, I think that three-pointer he shot, he was probably still pumped up after the block shot. He's an inside-outside player. A lot of the bigs want to do that now.
Look at the elevation, and Salah Mejri takes a seat. So the foul on Guinea, and going to inbound the basketball again. Ansari penetrates out to Keita. Nice release, Salman. The veteran, Tunisian veteran here is El Malbrook, another sharpshooter in this team. And roll. Dumps it down low to Slimane, and ball hit out of bounds.
It's good defense by Mara. Followed the cutter all the way through to the hoop. And when they move and really play with purpose on defense, Guinea are able to deal with what Tunisia are throwing at them.
Ashraf Ganouni out, Morad Al Malbrook, Ben Ramdam, Roll, and Slimane in the game for Tunisia. Michael Roll passes out Slimane, and his attempt a little long. Keita hands it off to the guard. Diaby gets into lane. A beautiful play, and for the flush, Keita. And here comes Guinea.
I mean, they are exciting. You could see why Coach Sechovic was so pumped up about this group and who's coming through for Guinea. They get the right players on the floor, they are going to cause teams problems. They're giving Tunisia all they can handle here.
Ben Ramdam, and looks over with some disdain at Momboru Mara for the close contact. But actually, another foul was called, and here was the Keita dunk going up and showing the elevation.
Yeah, just a nice pass. Two defenders came to Mara, and he just dropped the ball in, and that's smart play. They don't want to be putting it on the floor too much, trying to force it through the Tunisian defense. Just pass it around and through.
Ball goes out. So that opportunity snapped up by Tunisia to get the two free throws, and they go back up 13-9. The elevation here is 1,567 meters, and we even noticed back in the hotel climbing the steps because we're trying to stay fit, Graham. While we're working, and we're breathing pretty heavily after we go up one flight. You really notice the elevation here. And I think that's why you've seen some huffing and puffing over there by the Tunisia players, like Mejri. Here's Slimani, gets it over to El Malbrook. Ganouni To Gaza, gets it back. Elmal Brook, he can put it up, and he nails the long two.
A little bit of fade on that shot by Elmal Brook. That was a high-quality shot. That's unguardable.
Conde, the big fella, up high, over to Mara. Mara takes the contact, gets inside, and Gaza gets the rebound. Back to Ganouni, and then he misses, but good hustle by Gaza to get another rebound. And they pass it back outside. 10 on the shot clock from Michael Roll. Rolls to the basket.
Yeah, that's too easy. And Tijan Keita was on the outside there, so that there was no rim protection at all, and Roll took full advantage.
Now Diaby. Got a 5-second differential on the game clock and the shot clock. Keita. Over to Mansare. And enough time here for Tunisia to push it up the floor and get another shot. Elmal Brook looks at the options. He gets free, he puts it up. And Gaza, again, great hustle, but not able to put in the putback. This was the jumper from Elmal Brook on the previous possession, and then Michael Roll. In fact, that was the previous possession, I think. And Tunisia, with that couple of baskets, have moved in front 17-9 at the end of one over Guinea. Graham, talk us through these stats, if you will.
Yeah, Tunisia 50% from 2 points, just 17% from 3. And Guinea, 3 of 11. The stats aren't great, but it's the first quarter of a long tournament. And Guinea were really right there, but Tunisia have just pushed ahead towards the end of the quarter, and Guinea have got to be very careful now to start this second quarter. And the big players are coming to the fore for Tunisia. Elmal Brook, Salah Mejri just doing his job.
Okay, let's look back at some of these plays, and there have been plenty of plays to talk about.
Yeah, well, I really like Mohamed Keita at the start of the game. Big athlete, both ends of the floor, playing above the rim. And then Tunisia just going through their sets without Guinea coming out and trying to disrupt the shot. Omar Abada just knocking that down, and there's a beautiful jump hook attempt, but Salah Mejri says not in this house, and that's great timing. 35 years old, 7-1. Salah Mejri. And then Fayouda Diaby. High arcing shot, and they need to make some shots from the outside, Guinea, as well as going inside, and that is tough. He's off balance, guarded closely, but Mejri just stayed cool and rolling to the basket, unguarded. They've got an issue, Guinea. If Mohamed Keita and from this first quarter anyway, Tijan Keita aren't on the floor, they haven't got that athleticism around the basket.
Zicevic has to be a little frustrated because his team was really giving as good as it was getting in that first quarter, and that little flurry right at the end from Tunisia has allowed the North Africans to go in front 17-9.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable, and again, they're just simple double team or just trying to shoot the passing lane, and Guinea are just telegraphing the pass too much, and that's a poor start.
Yep. See, not able to catch it. Good defense by Tunisia, forcing the turnover. Ganouni coming in. And Samani, now they're going to pick him up full court. Let's see how Tunisia react. And following from behind was Abdoulaye Sy, and he picks up the foul. So after the turnover, he commits a foul.
Yeah, that's big frustration for Guinea and for Coach Zicevic. He would have had them in between the quarters and just said, play solid. It's not a good start.
Salah Mejri looking on from the bench. Piazza. And they turn it back over. So again, another opportunity for Guinea. who again have been worth the price of admission today, this Guinea team, and you really do feel like there is a, oh, that was the charge that was called.
That's good solid defense.
Okay, it's a bounce pass again. Conde not able to control it. Good alert play by Chinufi to come up with the basketball. They're giving themselves some great looks down low, though. I mean, they're definitely a little bit of old school basketball by their Serbian coach. Certainly doing a good job over there with Guinea. Coaches all of the national teams. Another offensive foul. But how about that? Zečević in charge of all the national teams. And also it's going to be starting women's basketball. Here was the, again, the...
yeah, that's just nice.
Actually, that was not a foul. It was a traveling call on Slimani. Now Conde goes up against Gyaza. Passes out to the open man. The penetration is there. And the wide open miss by Doumbouya. Slimani battling away for the rebound. And Guinea are getting great looks. They're just not knocking them down.
Yeah, there's a couple of one-on-one opportunities there, but Tunisia hung tough on the defensive end, forced the miss.
Mavrouk, and looked like Conde reached in almost to get a foul called. It wasn't called, and Mavrouk just went in for an uncontested layup.
Yeah, that was a complete mismatch, and Conde just couldn't move his feet, and there's no help in position at all for Guinea.
Conde, good pump fake, and is going to get him a chance for a three-point play.
Great response. Just got isolated on the defense one end and then gets into his comfort area. That's where he's got to operate. Give him the ball. He's a wide body, unstoppable there. But going back to Coach Zečević, Jeff, I mean, that is a lot of responsibility. He's trying to start a basketball revolution, but to run the junior teams and the senior teams, that's not going to happen in any other basketball nation, I would suggest.
Yeah, I think, you know, he was saying we want to have a revolution in basketball terms, but it's not going to be an instant revolution. But there are a lot of, you have to get some things done in-house first,
yeah,
to get everybody on the same page. Conde completes the three-point play, but I certainly think anybody in Guinean basketball has to be watching this and seeing the potential of basketball in that country. This is a country that has some tremendous players. Again, they barely qualified, but they have definitely taken their play to a different level here. And now the double dribble called on Ganuni, and you can see Dirk Baumann like make the pass, get rid of it.
Yeah, he wants. Ganuni, they're guilty of maybe over dribbling, trying to force it. Dirk Baumann has got to be saying to them, you've got to keep your level. You're the current AfroBasket champions. Don't get into a one-on-one and a scrappy affair with Guinea. Let's run through our sets and play really disciplined here.
Amin Razig, one of the all-time great Tunisian players, now one of the assistants, offering his support as an assistant coach over there for Dirk Baumann. Keita back in the game. Mansare. And oh boy, what a left-handed stroke that was from Ibrahima Doumbouya.
Yeah,
wow.
Coach Zečević loved that big fist pump. That was wonderful ball movement to the right, to the left, back to the right, wide open shot.
And this Guinea team not going away. El Mavrouk gets in again, another layup, and he goes to his left hand with a reverse.
Yeah, Mohamed Keita doesn't want to pick up that third foul, but it didn't matter because Mavrouk went to the left hand and Conde couldn't get over to help. They just got to get a bit more connected on defense, Guinea. They look a bit spread out and there's not enough help coming.
Well, Doumbouya's just nailed one. Now he gets inside, maybe trying to do a little too much, but he gets it back, puts it up, and they're going to call goal. No, they're going to say shot clock had expired.
Well, there was two things right on top of each other.
Well, wait a minute, are they going to count the basket or not?
Because it was above the cylinder, he's knocked it away.
Watch this.
Maybe they're saying the ball was on the way down through the hoop.
So they do give him the layup, and well, I guess that's always going to be a risk. But I think it probably would have gone in had Mejri not swatted it off the rim. Ben Ramdam for three. How? Makram Ben Ramdam.
They can't let them set their feet for their outside shots. Once they get into the rhythm, they're not going to miss much. And that was a beautiful shot from Ben Ramdam.
See, he turns it over. Obata, layup. And the biggest problem for Guinea has been those turnovers in, Tunisia, that experience, getting the easy shots. And all of a sudden, they extend their lead to 26-17.
Just like that, it was a 4-point game now. They just, through simple defense, it's nothing technical they're throwing at Guinea. They're just sending an extra player towards the ball, and Guinea are just falling into that trap. It's an absolute correct decision to call the timeout. Calm. Coach Zečević is going to just calm the Guinea guys down, saying, when you're playing well, you're going toe-to-toe with the current AfroBasket champions, and then they just switch off, and Tunisia take full advantage.
Well, the timeout.
So we said when number 10
And
is the ball
I have
handler,
to say the score hasn't, it has finally registered on the scoreboard.
Okay.
And again, you look at
We're
Tunisia.
still not talking in pick and roll situation. We're not talking number 1. We're not number 2.
And
We're not
their field goal shooting,
recognizing
Guinea
paint
7-19.
switching
A lot of those 10
situations.
shots made by
When the
Tunisia
ball
have been
handler
layups.
breaks the foul line, it's
And if Guinea
automatically
could just
a
tidy
charge.
things up defensively in the half court, and obviously not turn the basketball over.
Yeah, turnovers are an issue, and the big issue for Guinea, if they overplay the shot, they're not having the help to protect the rim, and if they stand off the Tunisians, as we've just seen with Abada, Mabrouk and Ramdam most recently, they're going to knock down their outside shots. So they've really got to pick their poison, and the help's got to be in. They've just got to sag off their players a little bit on the weak side for short, and just be in the lane. I mean, that blow by Condé, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but there was just no help coming across.
I mean, this was a terrific drive.
That is
by Mabrouk.
That's a heads-up play, Jeff, and he knew he was going to get blocked if he went right-handed and just wrapped it around with his left hand.
Well, he has hit some huge shots in his career for Tunisia to help them get to the podium on so many occasions. Memorably back in 2015 when they hosted the AfroBasket, one of the star performers for Tunisia. So let's see how Guinea come out, and I would assume they'll try to attack the same way. And we'll see if the adjustment, though, is going to come defensively. Of course, they need to cut back on the turnovers, and Coach Zečević not looking pleased. A little bit too much ball handling there by Diaby. And now his pass intercepted by Ben Ramdam. Now the pass to Mejri! The flush!
Beautiful. Beautiful play, and you've got to reward the big man when he's galloping down the floor like that. And Mejri's looking sharp. He looks more 25 than 35, Jeff.
Don't look now, but the lead is now double digits. It's 11 points. Condé living dangerously, going up against Mejri, able to get the shot off, but a little bit more intensity on going up for those rebounds displayed, and a little bit more toughness by Tunisia.
Yeah, they're going to have to get Mejri off the floor with some fakes inside.
Oh, roll again, he gets inside, and that's going to be goal interference. He blocked it, Keita, after it went off of the glass. Time and time again, Graham, Tunisia seeing the path open up to the basket, and they are taking advantage.
Mohamed Keita just too late, but look at Mejri running the floor. That's a great, just simple pass. Gets in behind Daouda Diaby and just finishes two hands.
So Guinea wobbling really for the first time in the game, down 30-17. Tough shot taken by Condé, and
they're all trying to get it done themselves. They've stopped playing as a team, and Tunisia will just feed off those missed shots.
Here's Michael Roll, gets swatted by Keita, but then he alertly passes it down low to Salah Mejri.
Mejri, such great technique, whether he's throwing it down or a jump hook or just a shot off the glass, he's got all the game.
Keita No joy going up against Ben Ramdam. They pass it back outside. See, and gets it to drop.
Yeah, that's better. A couple of extra passes, just a basic foul line extended shot, and they get it to go.
In fact, I think that was Conde, not C. It's kind of blocked out there by the referee. A vision. And this three no good by Michael Roll. Not really sure that was in the flow of the offense. Here he goes again. Keita again hands it off to Conde, and he's fouled by El Malbrook.
Yeah, nice high-low pass. Keita gets his heads up play, gives the ball to Conde under the basket. And the only way they can stop him is foul him. So I think they've got to look at that, move the ball quickly. They've had some great baskets moving it around the outside, but get the ball inside as well as quickly as possible.
So timeout with 3:51 remaining, and Guinea really just trying to calm things down, stabilize things, get back into it, run some good sets on offense, and they got to take care of business on the glass.
Yeah, they've got to box out. Even the high flyers have got to box out, because and also when they're playing defense, don't take the fakes, because if however high you can jump, if you've taken a fake and the guy steps around you, you're out of the play. Just get that help a little bit tighter. I know they don't want to sag off the shooters too much, but they've just got to try and time their help so there's not that easy layup, and then they can contest inside and outside.
You can see Tunisia doing a good job on the boards, out-rebounding Guinea 16-10. And really, from an athletic standpoint, athleticism, Guinea match Tunisia. You could argue they have more athleticism, but what Tunisia have in bucket loads more than this Guinea team is experience, and that has really shown through here. And Bowerman's done a great job of saying, listen, they're giving us these layups, let's take them.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate. Take that option. Take what the defense gives you and attack the space, and Roll and Burke have done a great job, but he is the real leading light, a multi-skilled big, 10 points, and still stepping out on some of those double teams as well. And I know he had the turnover when he was trying to do his Magic Johnson impression, the all-court play, but he's hardly put a foot wrong.
Yeah, Salah Mejri has been terrific. This is probably his play of the game. Just get that out of here. Sending it back where it came from. But coming back down, they could calm things down. Conde goes to the line, makes the first free throw. It's back to a 12-point game.
Yeah, they're going to have to drag this back just point by point. They can't do it all in a short space of time. But again, Mejri, the timing of his knockaways on those missed shots.
Great play by Salah Mejri. His length, his timing has been impeccable on most plays. Here he is catching it. He goes to work. He passes to Roll, who scores with another reverse layup. Boy, that is good basketball.
Yeah, if you just have a camera on Mejri, any young bigs, he set a screen, he set a re-screen, he dived to the bucket, and then a beautiful bounce pass. And he's a joy to watch.
And now Diaby turns it over cheaply. And once again, Guinea now really up against it, their own worst enemy.
Just getting a bit frenetic and getting frustrated, and Tunisia just showing them the way of moving the ball, moving without the ball. And Guinea have had some success with that, moving the ball quickly. They've got to try and get back to that. They're not going to get it done going one-on-one.
Yeah, we have to remember they're not with Duvier, their point guard wasn't able to, wasn't available. Without Usman Drame as well.
Yeah, they're the two leading players for the qualifiers. Add those two players to this team, and it could get very interesting.
Although I would suggest as Roll misses the shot that probably the guard is probably what they miss more than anything. Here's Keita from long range, and I'm guessing not the shot they're looking for. Here's the rebound, Doumbouya, and he's short, and this time one shot. Or rather, two shots down the floor. Good job by Tunisia. Slimane pulls up, and that was short. Keita, we kept it alive.
Good hustle by Tunisia. Guinea do need a floor general, another coach on the floor, and they are just missing that at the moment. But steep learning curve for them.
Obata misses the short jumper. Sheikh Sekou Kande Over to Keita. Now to C. Ball goes out of bounds. So it'll be 12 seconds on the shot clock. Guinea, who was not in his coach's good graces when he left, is coming back into the game, as well as Giaza, who's one of the hardest workers on this team. Mejri takes a seat. Now perhaps an opportunity for Guinea to try to at least cut into that deficit before halftime. Guinea, excellent work. Reaches up, forces a steal, goes in for the layup.
Well, he's back in the coach's good books now. That was great defense, and they just move the ball quick. They just make the obvious pass. Tunisia.
And now some contact down low. The biggest lead of the game right now for Tunisia, 16 points. And this can go one of two ways here over the last minute 50. I mean, Tunisia can really ratchet up the defense and get some more points. Or Guinea can get this thing back to single digits. There's a turnover, and it leads to a break opportunity for Ben Ramdam. Hands it off. They share the basketball. Not sure if Baumann wanted Roll to go ahead and take it all the way. Here's Roll again, makes the pass to Guinea, drives in. Giaza battles, look at him get on the boards. The hustle from Giaza gets it back for Tunisia. He is tremendous.
Yeah, that's twice now they've had a couple of tips on the offensive glass and got the ball back after a missed shot.
Roll, drives, he heard the whistle. He was about to pass, and when he heard the whistle, he went ahead and took the shot. And now he's got a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, that's just great basic fundamentals there. Went left, finished with his left hand, and because he went left-handed, he's protected the ball, and Mansari's just pushed him in the back. And we've talked about it before, rebounds correct all mistakes or correct missed shots, and Tunisia have had 3 or 4 missed shots. They get the offensive rebound. Michael Roll's now going to the line for a three-point play, and more frustration for Coach Seshovic and Guinea.
Nick, the strength coach, showing us his biceps, the big guns. And why not? They are lowering the boom right now up 18 points, 38-20. And I think what really impressed me most about that drive was that Roll literally was, first of all, he was on his weak hand, his left hand, but he just shows you how hard he's worked at being able to deliver with that left hand. And then the whistle blows, and right when he's about to make the pass, he goes up and gets the three-point play opportunity. Points off turnovers, 10 for Tunisia, 5 for Guinea. And the turnovers, you know what, if you're going to have 20 turnovers in a game, that's way too much. And they're well on their way to 20 turnovers for the game, Guinea.
Yeah, a lot of those turnovers have been soft really early in the offense, trying to get the ball over the timeline. And invariably, Tunisia, as soon as they get that steal, it's just one pass ahead and finish. And Guinea are going to have to, we just got to get to half-time, try and just keep it at 18 or less.
Try to, you know, we were talking about trying to get it down to 10 or 9, and now you're thinking, well, let's don't let it get any worse than 18, 19 points. Maybe try to get it down to 15 points. But Michael Roll at the line, and you can see right now that Tunisia see blood in the water. They're going for it.
Absolutely, and they should. They are defending champions. They want to make a statement. Guinea are a lot lower than them in the FIBA rankings, but they have some dangerous players, and Tunisia, I think, were just feeling them out in that first quarter, and now they're really starting to extend themselves.
Silla in the game as well, number 1 for Guinea. Keita. And good hands, knocks the ball out of bounds as Conde was going up for what looked like was going to be a dunk.
It was a good effort on the pass, though. Attack, quick pass. And again, they get in behind the defense. That's where they're getting most of their, they've hit a couple of outside shots, but most of their success is inside.
Mansari launches a 3. Conde, who had the shot blocked by Giaza, gets it back. Now he's going up against Ben Ramdam. Outside to Keita from the arc. And Silla with the rebound. And I suppose really for Coach Bowerman, if they're going to have Keita shooting 3s, he'll settle for that. Now the baseline jump shot from Keita. Can't get the drop, and a push on Guinea. And this thing has really gotten out of hand here in the second quarter with Tunisia outscoring Guinea 22-11, and Salah Mesri, well, getting a measure of things over there. He's got to be content with his performance in this game. He's been terrific. 10 points, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Not many rebounds, just a couple of boards. Good defense by Conde, knocking it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's better by Guinea, dealing with the outside threat and recovering. And Abdoulaye Sylla, we talked about him yesterday, playing at the Thames Valley Cavaliers in England, and I've covered his game when they played against Hemel Storm, and this is a great opportunity for him playing his national team.
Well, Ben Ramdam takes the lead even further, up to 21 points, the biggest of the game. Mansari gets baseline, passes it back outside. Keita, shot clock about to, or the game clock about to expire, doesn't get it off in time. Doesn't matter. Tunisia well and truly in control of the opening game here at FIBA AfroBasket 2021. As Dirk Bowerman and Tunisia walk off the court, and Coach Zečević as well with Guinea. Is Tunisia on top, 41-20.
Yeah, Tunisia have just worked their way into this game. It was nip and tuck at the start. Guinea were right in the game, and now 65% from 2-point range, 20% from 3 from Tunisia, but they've hit some big shots. +6 on the rebounds. Guinea with 1 more assist than Tunisia, but 13 turnovers for Guinea, and that has really hurt them. And Mesri leading the way, 10 points, Roll 9, Mabrouk 8, just like in the qualifiers. Lots of players around that 10-point range for average. And Guinea just being outplayed by Tunisia, and Tunisia are playing as a team, and they just keep sharing the ball and keep making the right decisions. There was some highlight plays in this first half. That's a really nice mid-range bank shot from Mohamed Keita. He had a great start, played with a lot of energy and playing close to the basket. He's ended up around the 3-point line to finish. Big 3 from Omar Abadi. You can't let him get his feet set, the leading scorer from the qualifiers for Tunisia. And this is the big time block. Get out of here, says Mesri. Not in this house, not today.
Sultan of SWAT.
Diaby, one of the rare 3s for Guinea.
Do you think you had enough arc on that?
I think that was a good arc, and we had a great view of it.
That came down from the clouds.
We're at high altitude as it is. That was double altitude.
That was
Measure it again.
Intergalactic.
Measure it and then roll unimpeded. They've got to sort that out, but maybe they're just caught between 2 ways of playing D. We want to take away the 3, but then they're struggling to defend the simple layups, and there's a long-range shot. Good rotation for Guinea.
Well, Tunisia having their way, and we've just seen this over and over again. And, you know, slow reaction on the help, the extension, you know, you play the man, whatever. But Guinea just can't give away layups.
No, they've got to make some adjustments at half-time. Coach Zečević has got to try and make some adjustments. He's got to keep rotating the players. He's talked about the big game. You alluded to that as well against Central African Republic in a couple of days' time. That's the game that they may well look to win. And Mesri, all smiles. Always good to reward the big man. And there's simple left-hand layup. Basic stuff, but
Michael Roll, you know, played, you know, from California, played at UCLA. Look at the guns. Look at the guns, Nick. I think Roll just is such a perfect fit for this team. Tunisia on top, 41-20 at halftime.
something there, but...
Oh, lobbed up alley-oop! Oh, he jumped in on him! Absolutely threw it down the day! Right over the defender.
Wow. The missed dunk this time from a Jambo, and Nwamu has got the whole to himself, and he throws it down with authority. Taking everything in this third quarter. Now out to Kabongo again. Wonderful passage of play here. Is it going to end with anybody scoring? Oh my word!
What a play from PR Congo right now. Every single player has touched the ball.
Here's Ndor. Oh my word! That is outstanding from Maurice Ndor. From nowhere throws it down.
Wow, what a dance from this 25 years old experienced player, Endure.
Well, for Guinea, the points have been poured in today by Doumbouya, 5 of them. He showed us that left-handed shot, that three-pointer. And they could certainly do with some more of that. You would think that they would like to get something going inside as well with Keita. He has 4 points, but Doumbouya with... Ibrahima Doumbouya with that 3-point shot, and he has 5 points in the game to lead Guinea. And for Tunisia, well, it's been a balanced scoring affair led by this man, Salah Mejri, who has just gone to work down low. He's got the 10 points. He's 5 of 6. He's 5 of 5 inside the arc. That one miss on the field goal, you might remember he did attempt a three-pointer, which was not certainly appreciated over there on the bench by Coach Bowerman. But I suppose with his veteran center, he's going to live with that. He's got to give him the odd three-point attempt as he approaches this stage of his career. He wants to come out and be the complete basketball player. Mejri, certainly around the rim, I think has no equals, although it did look like early on the way that Keita started, Mohamed Keita, for this Guinea team, that he was gonna be in trouble, but it seems like Tunisia have gotten to grips with that down low.
Yeah, and they forced Keita away further from the basket. His last few attempts were from the outside, and Mejri just showing that he's the main man. He wants to be the main big in this competition, I'm sure, and he's such a big influence on this Tunisian team. And he didn't play at AfroBasket 17, him and Roll, and they still won the title. So with him and Roll in this team, and looking sharp, can they last the pace over 6 games if they're going to go to the final game? That's still to be seen, but they're certainly looking sharp now.
Okay, well, folks, this is FIBA AfroBasket 2021. We are in Kigali, Rwanda, and really excited to be here on different levels, not just to watch this exciting Guinea team, go up against the defending champions, Tunisia, and all these other great teams. But it's just exciting to be watching live basketball again after a difficult spell. Of course, we had the Olympics where, unfortunately, fans weren't allowed to watch the Olympic Games. Of course, there was a very competitive Olympic tournament. Tunisia tried to book their ticket, but they weren't successful at the Olympic qualifying tournament that was held in Croatia. But international basketball, there was nothing like it. And when you come to watch the FIBA AfroBasket, you just see some incredibly exciting basketball.
And real clashes of styles. And Guinea and Tunisia are two teams right at the top of that conversation. And as we look at the Tunisia team leaders, Mejri 10 points, Ben Rondam 8 rebounds, and Elmer Brook 2 assists. And they just seem to share responsibility. Tunisia play with a flow, but having Mejri there as a decoy often. You know, he's setting screens, he's re-screening, he knows where to move, he knows what the next spot is. He's super smart. And 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 blocks for him. And he's not breaking a sweat as such. A couple of runs up the floor on transition, some tough moves inside the big statement block. And maybe that influenced Mohamed Keita to move further away from the basket. But he made that, it was a bit of a soft move. He's such a good athlete from what we saw earlier. Mohamed Keita and Tijan Keita as well. He needs to just maybe fake that shot, get Mejri to jump, one bounce, whether it's a Kevin McHale move or one bounce, and then just go up for the slam and make a statement to Mejri. Look, I'm here, I'm going to go toe-to-toe with you.
Well, with Guinea, you know, they came in perhaps with a realistic coach, a realistic viewpoint of what would happen at this game, but it was tantalizing the way they played in that first quarter. It certainly made me sit back and think, maybe there's going to be something special to happen. And I think that Guinea probably missed a lot of easy shots early on in that first quarter where they could have perhaps even taken the lead against Dirk Bowerman's Tunisia. But really that experience of Tunisia, you know, and some of their adjustments, especially, well, really on both ends of the floor, kind of really took control, and the inexperience shown through, unfortunately, for Guinea.
Yeah, Coach Sečević, he spoke to him pre-game, so much passion. He's trying to do an awful lot for Guinea basketball. The man from Serbia, coached in Serbia, he said, and Italy, and really talked so much about what he's trying to do with Guinea. But they have got some players, and he's saying there's players that are going to go to the NBA draft. There's players that they would like to get access to. There's obviously 2 of their key players, Drame and Dunwia, are not available here, but they've still got to go with what they've got. And you know, leading the scores for them, Ibrahima Doumbouya, number 21, 5 points, 2 rebounds, and that's their lead scorer. And 8 assists they've got. They've actually got 1 more assist than Tunisia, but it's the turnovers, 13 turnovers, and soft turnovers, invariably leading to a maybe energy-sapping layup for Tunisia at the other end. And Tunisia know how to get it done. They've been there, they've seen it, they've done it. 2-time champions, and they've done it recently. It's not like history. They have done, you know, the last 4 of the most recent Eurobaskets, they've been on the podium. And they're playing my favourite basketball song as well right now. It's all happening here in Kigali.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Graham's working on those dance moves in between games. He's a multi-skilled commentator.
Something like that.
Well, Rwanda is hosting this great event, and we haven't really spoken about this Kigali arena, but we know that, you know, we have this one, state of the art. I mean, it couldn't be a better arena, in my opinion. You know, 10,000, but also 10,000 fans. You know, there's one in Dakar, Senegal, and it's just exciting times for basketball. We watched the FIBA Women's AfroBasket back in 2019 when it was played there, and this one is just a little smaller, but you know, you have a really good feeling coming into this arena. It just feels very professional, and I think the start has been great.
Yeah, and ever since we arrived here, the Rwandan people have welcomed us with open arms, local organising committees, and all the FIBA. Of course, you know so many of the FIBA friends, and everyone just works together, all doing their job to put on a great tournament. This venue, this commentary position is fantastic for us to see the highlight plays and to see things really develop.
You know, touching on that point, because we were, you know, sometimes before a game, you're walking around, you know, the coach, they want to, some coaches are different, they don't want to be bothered.
We've had good access.
But so far today, you know, we had good talks with Coach Bowerman and Coach Jelka Zečević, and Bowerman was talking about that very point, how special it has been in his life to have the opportunities to be able to coach different national teams. You know, he really shot to fame, I think, for the wider audience when he coached Germany and they got to the final of the FIBA EuroBasket 2005 with Nowitzki, Dirk Nowitzki, the MVP.
Yeah.
And, you know, he coached Germany for several years, got him to the Olympics in 2008. But, you know, since then he's coached, you know, he's coached in Iran. He also coached Poland, of course. He's coaching here in Tunisia, and he was talking about how nice it is to be able to experience different cultures and see and meet different people. And that says it all about international basketball. It is one big family, really.
Yeah, agreed. And you got Iran to the, you know, onto the podium for the 2015 Asia champs, so he knows how to win at club level and at national team. And he talked about Dirk Nowitzki as well in glowing terms. What a great player and what a great person as well.
So the second half action underway here, and Tunisia opening things up, and Ben Ramdam takes it down low and not successful. Then a unfortunate turnover for Guinea, gives it right back, and those are the turnovers they simply cannot afford to make. Mejri, he's going to launch it. That's going to be off the back of the iron.
He's had a couple of threes that have just been off. But that was frustrating for Guinea on that turnover off the rebound.
I'm sorry, you would think they would like him to launch some. And Keita just a little bit out of control, going right at Salah Mejri.
It's just brave defense there, Salah Mejri. He knew he was going to get hit. But again, Tijan Keita, he's attacking the basket. Great athlete, but there's no lane there. There's no space. He's not going to be able to land. And Mejri on the, I mean, that's the really good thing about Mejri. He's already taken one charge that wasn't called, and he doesn't mind getting on the floor and getting his knees dirty. That's a great asset for a big at 7-1.
Well, that was the 24-year-old Keita going up against the veteran, the 35-year-old Salah Mejri. Ben Ramdam puts it on the deck. Outside, Abada for three, good! Boy, Abada's had a hot hand today, hasn't he?
Omar Abada just moving without the ball. The help came on the penetration, so they took that away. Abada's wide open for three.
Keita again goes baseline, now passes to the corner. Conde, oh, he lives dangerously, and the ball swatted out of bounds.
They just can't take it in soft there because Mejri's waiting in the lane. And he just times it so well. That's, again, that's two big-time blocks above the rim.
The Sultan goes to work again. Sultan of SWAT. Mansare into Conde, gets it up quickly this time, very wisely, the quick release.
Yeah, you've got to get some space between you and Mejri, because if you're too close to him, and if you're not going to fake him off the shot, then he's just going to swat it away.
Ben Ramdam launches it, and Conde with the rebound. Now over to Mansare. That's what they need, some of that, but he's well short. And they would have paid for that shot on the break. Oh, good reach in from behind, almost coming up with the steal. That was Diaby. And
now that's ironic, 8-second call. We spoke about an 8-second call that maybe went Guinea's way in their final qualifier that wasn't called against them, against Equatorial Guinea, which calls quite a finish in their final qualification game, the one game that they did win to get them here. sloppy turnover for Tunisia.
And the pass, and Keita goes up, and boy, did he not only get the shot off, but he's fouled by Salah Mejri, who takes exception.
That's great patience by Guinea there. They attack, good early attack, spin, pass, and then the help is all over Keita, and he still gets the shot off.
I don't know why Salah Mejri's taking exception to that. I mean, it looked like it was a foul. There's nothing else. He swiped down on the ball.
That's the first time where I think he's come across the help, then he's turned, and then he's not in position to block the shot. So much better by Guinea. They're showing glimpses of what they can do.
Here's Mejri, seething a little bit after that last call. He goes to work, banks it in.
Beautiful spin move, and again, easy still for about it. Just time and time again.
El Malbrook. And boy, the turnovers lead to points, and that is a killer.
And this may be the first game, it may be Guinea their opposition, but they know the moments.
Good work. The response by Condé.
That's good early attack before the Tunisian defense could get set.
Roll. Gets his three to fall as well, and Tunisia now finding their range, drilling threes. Now 5 of 15 from long range.
That's a beautiful move from Roll.
And Condé again looks to hand it off, and great anticipation, great hustle there by Tunisia, and Mejri.
And there he is again on the floor, getting his knees dirty, but they are so connected. There he goes again. He's just an all-round top player, and they're so connected on the defense. I know there was the move where Mejri got the foul, but they were swarming the ball, around the ball, and the pass goes, the help comes, and they're really connected on defense, and that's very impressive.
Big lead now for Tunisia, 25 points. Is there no way back for Guinea? Well, they're going to have to knuckle down on defense. Mejri for three, and that's it. Well, third time is the charm. Looks over at the bench and says, of course I can hit the three-pointer. Give me the rock.
That was a nice little pass fake first, which maybe gave him the rhythm to knock that three down. Nice job by Salah Mejri.
Mejri's hustle is off the charts right now defensively. He is leading this Tunisia team in the effort department, and that is why he's breathing hard. It has nothing to do with the altitude.
Yeah, he's just able to play multiple positions, and he's defending his own player, and his length just helps enables him to defend the ball as well.
You got a block and a steal in the same play. Quick pass down low, much intelligent, very intelligent play by Abdoulaye Sy.
Yeah, great pass by Tijan Keita, quick dribble, and then just wrap around pass along the baseline. That was a tough pass.
Roll, and Roll, another free throw line jumper.
Yeah, just a basic jump shot. He'd take that shot every day in practice. Just knocks it down, nothing but net.
If you leave any space for Roll, it's going to take its toll. You got to watch out. I was looking for a rhyme there. Had to dig one out.
You got it.
And the travel gives it back to Tunisia.
And the turnovers continue to pile up. They've just got to tighten them up. And it's not just about this game, it's their next game as well, which Coach Sešović is really targeting.
Bowerman patting Mejri on the backside, saying good job. And more than anything, I think, for the hustle that he's shown, 15 points now. He's got 4 blocks, 2 steals, plus 21 efficiency, which is the best in the game. You got to keep an eye on that efficiency in the box score and the stats, because that shows you that overall effort, doesn't it? Malbrook, a little bit long. Keita not able to box out Slimane, kind of lost his footing or something. Guinea bounce pass intercepted by Keita. Now to Mansare.
Yeah, they need to get something out of Mansari. No points yet in this game. Another tough move in the post, just one and done there from Dumbia.
Yeah, Dumbia led him at halftime with 5 points. Ilmal Brook, bounce pass again. Good hands by Dumbia. And quickly to the other end comes Abdelaziz, alley-oop, and Keita puts it up and in.
That was a great catch. That wasn't on the money, that alley-oop. He had to make it happen, and that's what we want to see from Guinea.
Roll dribbling around. He likes to match up here. Guarded by Condé.
Now, this is where Guinea need to help if Condé's going to be defending him.
Roll gets it to Ganouni. Slimani from the right corner. Off the back of the ring. Now Mansari. And Roll, who sports that mustache these days, reaches in and commits the foul.
Yeah, it's a good job by Mansari, going downhill, making Michael Roll play defense early, and Roll heads off the floor. As we see that alley-oop, that's how they've got to play. Get some steals themselves, get out in the open floor, because they've got the athletes to finish above the rim.
And Daouda Condé goes up and not successful. Those are shots that they really have to make. They're going to advance in this tournament. And this time Ganouni denied as he gets down low.
Yeah, good defense there. 2 players converging. Condé and Abdelaziz. That's how they've got to do it. They can't leave Condé exposed.
AfroBasket 2021, the opening game of the tournament between the defending champs, Tunisia, and upset-minded Guinea, but they're not going to be doing it if they can't stop this Tunisia team. Ganouni strokes another 3-pointer. Boy, those long-range bombs have been useful for Tunisia in this third quarter. And Mansari's pass batted out of bounds.
Yeah, Ganouni follows up his 3 with good defense. A lot of energy as Guinea trying to drive baseline and just can't get the pass off.
Sorry. Condé. Now Keita. Good job, Giaza. Just going to check his rebounding stats because he has been an absolute beast on the boards.
Again, though, Keita taking the shot. Sorry, Keita taking that shot from outside the arc.
And Dumbia did a good job of not turning it over there. Looked like he left his feet too early. See, over to Mansari for 3. Good, rattles it in. And Dirk Bowerman wants a timeout.
That's Mansari's first 3 points of this tournament. He was one of the leading lights, second top scorer in the qualifiers, so they need more of that from him.
Interesting, the timeout was wanted by Bowerman, and the table didn't see it, so then he waved it off in frustration. And, you know, why do you want to call a timeout when you're up 26? But I guess, you know what? If they've identified Mansari as a player you don't want to shoot a 3 and you let it go, you need to remind your players, let's execute the strategy.
Yeah, he might just he doesn't want Guinea to get any momentum at all, and if Mansari gets hot, that could drag them back into the game.
Marnoud checks into the game. He's come in for Ilmal Brook. Now Giaza pushed down low by Dumbia. You know, we haven't really spoken about this, but the group winners, each of the groups here will advance automatically to the quarterfinals. So there is a lot at stake. These teams, they need to win. They want to win by as many points as possible in terms of potential tiebreakers. And they don't want to have to go into that qualification for the quarterfinals between the second and third place. The teams that finish second and third, they'll match up from different groups, obviously. The teams that finish fourth are not going to advance. They're going to go out.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
you know, and realistically, as roll looks on, you know, Guinea are a team that, you know, speaking to their coach before the game, they've looked at Central African Republic as perhaps their best chance to get a win and to get into that qualification for the quarterfinals. Another look at that last play.
They're looking for the foul there, and Giaza.
That was traveling on Giaza on that last play.
That's why they was frustrated.
And Guinea picks up that foul. Now here's Conde. Gets it down low. Boy, how did that ball not go down? That ball rolled around the rim completely and came out. Guinea over to Chinufi. Giaza. And the hard. There you go. Oh, look at that. Nick's showing the guns.
He's saying to the guys, that's all my work I've been doing with it. But that was tough move. And again, good defensive positioning by Slimani.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think they're going to hold for the last shot.
So Tunisia well and truly in control, up 28 points here late in the third quarter. And Conde tied up. Guinea had to really shout at the referee to call the jump ball.
That's a great effort by Vincent Guinea. He's been isolated a couple of times and taken advantage of, but this time he steps out and puts Guinea in all sorts of trouble, and they get the ball back, and that's what they're going to need to build on for this final quarter and getting ready for their big game.
4.4 seconds left. Mansari has it, and his pass to Keita. Keita actually gets it up and hits it off the rim. So, all things being equal, it's Tunisia have just been the better team since that opening quarter. They have a stranglehold on proceedings here. 62-34 over Guinea at the end of 3.
Yeah, they are in complete control now, playing like the reigning champions. 62% from 2 now, 7 of 19 from 3, 3 of 12 for Guinea from behind the arc, 11 of 29 from 2, and total dominance for Tunisia, as I guess the experts would say. This is what we expected in the end. Just that first 5 minutes or so, Guinea were playing really strong and were able to keep with them, and then Tunisia took over. His best plays on third, so they take away the drive. It leaves Omar Abada wide open. Toyota Diaby could not get out to stop that shot, and Abada loved that. And then that's weak. Unfortunately, you've got to get around Mejri. He's just waiting for you, and coach Seshovic frustrated. And then Mejri with a little pass fake to his right says, no, I've got this. And he just says to whoever wants to see that, that's 3 fingers, that's 3 points. And there's the alley-oop. That's a tough catch from below the rim in the end. And Mohamed Keita, 2 of the great athletes on this Guinea team, Keita and Keita. And there's a really nice jump hook after the travel. Daiza with the score. So Tunisia just have all the answers. Guinea, steep learning curve for them, Jeff.
Graham, what's the nickname of Rwanda? What is it known as?
The land of the 1,000 hills, isn't it?
God, you're so smart. Incredible.
Thank you.
It is a beautiful country, right in the middle of Africa.
Yeah.
And you look around, you see the hills. Good walking country, I guess. Somebody like you from Britain. Enjoy getting out and doing some walks.
Absolutely. Just following you around the stadium earlier was enough of a walk for me.
Got to get those steps in. Here's Chinufi from the arc, and he gets his 3 to go. Goodness gracious.
That's a tough move. Step back 3 to start proceedings in the 4th. Again, Ibrahim Doumbouya trying to force things. He's got the call this time, but there's been a number of times today when Guinea have tried to force the issue off the dribble and it hasn't worked out.
That's Chinufi's first 3 points, in fact, that last three. Keita, over to Keita. And
there's foul by Manu. He's just trying to fight over the screen. And that's maybe what Guinea have got to look at. Let's take away the dribble. Let's just try and get some offenses where we maybe just dribble the ball once with a purpose. Otherwise, it's pass cut and set some screens and get the spacing right as well.
well, Mansari can't get it to go. I'll tell you what, they have mastered the art of rimming out here in the second half. They've had some balls that just went around the rim. Marnoui now for three. It's good. Boy, the three-point shot has been absolutely spot on for Tunisia in this second half.
Yeah, Marnoui, just 2.3 points a game in the qualifiers, but he looked really sharp on that three. Great release, quick feet to get in good position.
Mansari, and that's the man you expect to hit the threes. Of course, he hit the big shots in that game, didn't he? That got Guinea to this AfroBasket, or at least hit a big late one. Now travel called on Marnoui. Well, you know, this Guinea team will have to draw the positives from this experience, but also learn from the negatives.
Yeah,
and
they've got to learn quick.
Here is Keita, the pass down low.
Yeah. Good quick passing, but they just couldn't get the finish.
I don't know, man. I think on this evidence, you know, certainly they have every reason to believe in themselves going up against the Central African Republic, who we'll see later. But you know, Tunisia, you're talking about the defending champs, so.
And the defending champs with all their big guns here. So, you know, we talk about players that aren't here. They've got everybody, pretty much.
Yeah,
and they're all playing well.
Yeah, Hamed Hadidan, I'm not sure if he's still in the mix.
It's just the one key player, I think, that's not here.
It's applauding the effort from that sequence, and now some of the more veterans come back in. In fact, all the veterans come back in. Roll, Abada, Mejri, Makram Ben Ramdam, and Mored El Malbrook. They're sharing the basketball. Roll, and again, great movement. And Mejri was getting ready to throw it down before the foul was called.
Yeah, just a bit of weave action. 2 or 3 passes, and then just a quick attack.
Here's Obata, drives in into the corner. Makram Ben Ramdam. Obata, that would have been his third three. Now a chance to run. Here comes Guinea. Open floor. C. Back to Keita. Another Keita drives in. Mo Keita back outside to Mansari. And Doumbouya. And they share it. Keita can't get it to drop. Boy, how many are they going to miss like that?
But again, it's Salah Mejri just waiting. He changes so many shots. And Tunisia. Michael Roll.
Roll left open. And Doumbouya. Keita, his pass intercepted by Roll. And he just bounced past beautifully to Obata. Oh, and he just took it all the way. I thought Mo Keita was going to send it back where it came from. And Roll is such a complete player. I mean, he's scoring, he's assisting. And Abada has certainly been good today as well. He's now got 10 points. And that forces a timeout from Guinea. So with 6:20 remaining, it's 70-34. Tunisia on top.
Yeah, again, Salah Mejri, if he's not blocking shots, he's changing shots. He's making players turn the ball over. So again, Guinea get all the way into the key, under the hoop. They can't get the shot off. They try and kick it out. Michael Roll with a steal. Easy pass. And that finish was tough by Abada, because again, Keita is right there. He's gone reversed. It could have been called a foul, but maybe because of the condition, the situation of the game, they haven't called it. But it's that left hand wraparound, or it's a right hand reverse. They're just thinking on their feet. And there's the blocks for Tunisia. 4 Mejri, 4 blocks. Guinea 3 points in the paint. 32 points. Plus the success they're getting from the outside as well. But Salah Mejri is the key. It's great to see a big man so skilled and being able to affect the game in so many areas. And Tunisia 70-34. Really making a statement. Last time these two teams met, Jeff, it was only a 5-point game at AfroBasket in 2017, and this is a big difference. But we don't want to talk about players that aren't here, but there is some experienced players that haven't been able to make the trip that really would have helped to steady the ship, I feel. Yet again, Tunisia totally connected on D, all round the pass and all round the passing lane, and they just disrupt it yet again. They've tried to attack. They can't get the shot there because Mejri, and there's Abada dropping down, poking the ball away.
I'm sorry, another miss for him. It has been a day to forget shooting-wise. Elmal Brook gets it down low, and who is he throwing it to? I think it was to Makram Ben Ramdam, and Salah Mejri apologizes. Uh-oh, dunk opportunity, nope. The ball is going to be laid up and in by Abdoulaye Sylla.
Yeah, there's Abdul Sylla playing in the UK.
This is for Ben Ramdam, isn't it?
Yeah, and Mejri's even playing defense when he's on offense, and he's tough. And just like that, he throws it down, and they just play for each other, both ends of the floor, Jeff. And it's a joy to see.
I think they're going to talk about that play for the rest of the game. Was that pass to me? Was it to? Anyway, Keita pulls up at the stripe. And Sylla with another rebound and put back. Well, yeah, he's been good.
Yeah, leading rebounder for Thames Valley and in the league in the UK, and just come straight off the bench, and 2 quick scores. So good experience for him.
Ben Ramdam, and a foul called on Sylla.
Again, just a quick attack. And there's the dive. It's whether it's a screen or a handoff or he's diving to the basket, he doesn't stand still.
Yeah, that was the answer by Sylla.
Yeah, quick attack. Don't let the Tunisian defense get set. Once they get set, they are swarming all over the ball, all over the floor. And
well, wholesale substitutions here for Tunisia over the last 5 minutes of the game. 4:59 remaining, so you know, they are well and truly on top. And Coach Bowerman thinks his front line has had enough, has done enough.
I would say definitely, and more. They've been outstanding. But Tunisia come in, and now Guinea are on the run.
Well, certainly, as they go up for the dunk, that was a dunk attempt from Mara.
But that all came about because Osama Manu has tried to dribble past his player, and then the helps come, and they've been able to poke it away. And Tunisia just look much better when they're passing and moving with not too much dribble. Guinea picking up the foul.
Well, there's probably an opportunity. There's probably a little bit of, you're not going to put in your subs against us in the last 5 minutes and try to run the score up on us even more. But we'll see. Some good talent coming off the bench. Look at that man right there. It's fun to watch. Ahmed Adami. And that was number 14, Amrou Boulegi.
That was just beautiful. Just, they're so technically gifted, the Tunisian team, the way they just catch that ball. Good elevation on that three-point shot.
That was the attempt that almost came down from Mara, but again, a chance to run. Marnoui. Boulegi again left open. It's time off the back of the iron. Adama gets the offensive rebound and put back.
That's a great job, Ahmed Adama. Coach Baumann will love that. He's applauding it on the sideline and getting in the game, getting an offensive rebound. Great job.
Yeah, Adami, I remember watching him play in the qualifiers. Here's Mansari fouled. And I don't think we'll be getting free throws. So again, it's the case in this opening game of Guinea taking their licks. Again, they'll try to build on the positives, but I'm sure, as you see the foul called, I'm sure that they're going to focus, look at the game tape and say, listen, we got to do this better. We got to do that better.
Yeah, there is some obvious situations where they can improve, and so Coach Sečović and the coaching team will be on that. But they're just a breakdown in communication, but they're not giving, Tunisia are not giving Mansari a moment's peace in the whole of this game, and he's a key player. He hasn't been able to deliver today.
Yeah, he's been kind of taken out of his comfort zone today. Guinea, oh, nice dribble, changes directions, gets to the rim, and is fouled by Daouda Diaby.
Yeah, there was a lot of activity away from the ball with screens trying to be set, and while that's happening, Guinea just dives to the basket because there's no help because the defense have been dragged too far across on the weak side, and he's just got a straightforward one-on-one. And he's there to the basket, and again, he's going from the left, but chose to shoot with the right hand.
Well, Guinea's 24 years of age. He's at the line. Also in the game, Simon Marnoui, 22. You've got also Boulegi, who hit the three-pointer, who is 25 years of age. So you definitely have a younger crowd in there. Diaza is no spring chicken. He's 34, although he has good, looks like he's a very healthy 34, you know what I mean?
Good offensive rebound again by Silla, just doing his job. Great pass, and he's come in and been a real bright spark, and that's great. That's great for being a Brit myself, for someone who's playing in the second tier of the English game, has come into a major AfroBasket competition, doing a great job.
Here's Adami for three.
But you've got to get out to these shooters.
And he's 24 years of age.
Yeah. It almost is seamless that the veterans and the stars go off the floor, and then the next five comes on and they're running the same sets, knocking down the same shots.
Sorry, fouled by Guinea, who is battling for position. So the veterans over there put in a good day's work. Tunisia up 41 points. The lead has only gotten bigger since the reserves have come into the game. And Guinea, the ignominious distinction of having fouled out. Although I'm fairly certain they're not going to worry too much about that with a 41-point win.
He's having a smile about it on the bench. But they've done a job right through the roster. And there's Mansari at the line. I mean, he hasn't really been able to get to the line either today, just to try and get his points up and get into some sort of rhythm.
He's got 4 points now, making 5.
Yeah, that's his first trip to the line, and been a tough day at the office. He's going to have to try and find a way to get open. You don't want all the pressure on him to make shots, but he's got the ability to give Guinea some real hope offensively and let the other guys just fulfill their roles.
So final 2:20 being played out here in the Kigali Arena, opening day of FIBA AfroBasket 2021. Obata, another, not this time. Adami battles, and the basketball is going to go to Guinea.
Yeah, it's good box out by Guinea, just not letting Tunisia get that offensive rebound.
Diaby, 150 remaining. Tough pass, picked up though. And Mara, and his pass to Condé goes off of Condé and out of bounds.
Yeah, not quite enough space to make that pass, and the defense were just waiting. That maybe needed a penetrating kick out. But good defense again by Tunisia.
Obata, shaking and baking, maybe doing a little bit too much. Needs to take it out of the oven. Here he goes, and turns it over.
Yeah, good defense by Guinea that time. They scrambled and got the turnover.
And again, denied Cheikh Condé. Oh, beautiful handoff. And then going up for the shot, the foul has been called on Mara. Well, Dirk Bauerman rubbing his forehead. Didn't look overly happy on that
I think
sequence.
he may have thought that was a foul. Possibly, but they get another chance.
Coach Bauerman. Well, there you go. Here is a chance for a dunk, and we're going to see it from Big Bad Mamboru Mara.
Yeah, just get the turnover, get out in the open floor and get some dunks and get some confidence to take in to their rest day, where they've got no game for them tomorrow. They're back in action on Thursday. They've got things to work on.
Giaza. Marnui has the ball taken away. The Condé, the count. But now they can't pick it up. And boy, tough finish in the end by Doumbouya.
Yeah, that's much better by Guinea. Double team, trapping, and Marnui coughing the ball up, and in the end they get the easy layup.
Giaza with a pump fake. He knew that Mamboru Mara was going to be coming down on him after that, and free throws now for Giaza.
Yeah, it was good patience again by Giaza. As we see that open court dunk, they haven't had a chance to do that. And Mara just cocking the ball back and throwing it down two hands, but Tunisia with good response down the other end. Smart play by Abada, he's great. I mean, again, good shooter from the outside, so the defense panics, steps out, and then he just makes that bounce pass in, just basics.
So Giaza, the player who really does the dirty work for this Tunisia team, and did some of the heavy lifting early on when maybe they weren't turning on all cylinders, gets the second of the two free throws to fall. Final 10 seconds of the game here, folks. Ooh, double dribble? Nope. Yeah, Diaby gets down low, and a little bit of a step back, and the follow is not gonna go. So that's how it finishes. A very impressive performance over the past three quarters for this Tunisia team, who are going for the podium once again. And Dirk Bauerman making sure to tell everybody they did a great job, including the referees. Tunisia win it 82-46 over Guinea. Well, after a nervous start, Tunisia got to grips with this and lowered the boom really in that second quarter, and they just kept the pressure on against this Guinea team, and perhaps the type of win that you want to have on opening day, where you have to kind of shake off the rust a little bit and then come out and then just really get on top of a team that you had to get on top of. So talk us through these stats.
Yeah, 66% from two. They just kept building and building. 39% from three. And it's not just the percentage, it's the amount of shots. 19 assists for Tunisia in the end. 17 for Guinea, not bad there, but 23 turnovers. That's not going to get it done, Jeff. And top scorer is Mejri, 17 points, Roll with 14, Abada 10. They just share the ball, share responsibility. Condé, top scorer with 9. Dambuya, 7. And Keita, who had a great start. Mohamed Keita, high-flying Mohamed and Tijan Keita. But they just couldn't maintain it. And once that first quarter, 17-9 first quarter, following on from that, the next three quarters, as you say, Jeff, all Tunisia.
It's interesting to me how Salah Mejri, the shot blocker, can be at plus 24 efficiency. He's got the 17 points, but he only has 3 rebounds. But I suppose those defensive stats that he brings to the table, the 4 blocks and the 2 steals, get him into that kind of like mark of excellence in the efficiency. Yeah, and he's diving on loose balls. He's changing shots just by being there. You know, being big, maybe having his hands up, and I'm sure we're going to see some of his plays now. And penetrate kick, because Guinea, they take away the drive, so we'll take the 3. And if you stop the drive, we'll take the 3. And on defense, Mejri just waiting in the lane. Little pass fake to the right, drains the 3. He enjoyed that because he'd missed the other 2. Just an outstanding play. Alley-oop, we want to see more from that. Maybe the next game they will explode, Guinea, and really start putting on a show for us, and that's going to be a really interesting game. It's already set up really nicely for that second game for them. I think Central African Republic, obviously their scouts will have taken notice of the strengths and the potential of this Guinea team. And yeah, in a couple of days when those 2 teams trade blows, that is going to be interesting. Mo Keita, I think he started great, but then just kind of almost disappeared. Yeah, started moving. I think with Mejri blocking that shot early on, he moved further and further away from the hoop. You know, his most effective place, offensively and defensively, as we saw early on, is right by the hoop. And you know, great talent. But Tunisia do it as a team. It's not about individual accolades. There's plenty of contact there. Maybe in a closer game, the refs possibly could have called that, but that is a super smart reverse layup. And the experience.
And here's Mejri playing defense on the other. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah, that was Mejri like, what? That wasn't for me? Are you kidding? Makram Ben Ramdan, you know, probably feels like he should have had another 2 points there.
Yeah, no help side there at all. Again, fakes the screen, dives to the hoop, no reaction from the Guinea team. And I think Mejri's really shown us the whole scope of his talents today.
So Tunisia kind of sending out a message today, even against a team that you would have expected them to win against handsomely, that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with in this tournament. And they no doubt are going to have a real interesting game in this group against Egypt. That'll be the next one. That'll be in a couple of days. So that'll be perhaps the crucial game to determine first place. Who knows? So Central African Republic, they will play next against Egypt at 1:30 local time. You can see the Group B standings after the opening game. Tunisia on top, and with that participation point, Guinea are in second place. But by the end of the day, that will no longer be the case. 82-46, Tunisia win it over Guinea in the opening game of the AfroBasket.